It all starts here.
All roads lead back to the NWU.
Telling a story of it all starts here. It all starts here.
I think the environment that we have here is one that will be very difficult to find anywhere else.
I found my passion here at the Northwest University.
Telling a story of the diverse cultures that you are having.
It gave me a voice and it nurtured my talent.
All roads lead back to the NWU.
It truly all starts here.
So I started my first degree in computer and electronic engineering in 2003 and was hard set on doing this as fast as possible, and then I just couldn't leave. So after my second degree with the Northwest University, I started working as a staff member, always with industry, but I just couldn't get away from the empowering and creative environment that was created around me at the Northwest University. Sure, I think my best example is the current sabathlon competition that the university will take part in October in Switzerland. It was an immensely fulfilling experience to be the instigator of that initiative at the Northwest University, and that was because I had an amputee student at the time. He was such an inspiration and such a hardworking and diligent student at undergraduate level, and he was then interested in pursuing a master's degree, and I decided to apply for strategic funding, knowing very little about prosthetic design at the time, but I knew that I had the ultimate pilot, but then also the ultimate engineer that I could enable to develop prosthetics that could really compete with the best in the world. Because if I learned anything through any of the inventions that I've made, it is once you understand the problem firsthand and you've experienced yourself, you can really come up with the best solutions. Watching him and cheering from the sidelines is such a pleasure, and to see how he developed as an engineer, how he developed as a human, and how much he now believes in himself, that's a feeling that no money can buy. In moments where I need to reflect on why I do what I do is through the Innovator initiative that was started as the Moriragatsi competition a number of years back. I could encourage school-age children to actually look at the world around them and identify a problem that they care about, and then help them through design thinking and a structured process to develop a product and then to build a business around that product. At the Northwest University, I could literally try anything and be encouraged. I think the environment that we have here is one that will be very difficult to find anywhere else. I got to meet my husband in one of my classes. We were practical partners and then became life partners after that. So I really think that the Northwest University is a place where relationships are built and where lifelong friendships can really flourish.
2 years when I started here, I met a student that came from a disadvantaged background with a hope to register, with no money, even for food, on the day that the student arrived here. But then I started thinking, how do I assist this student? I had to step in and be a mother to that student. Now the student graduated, I think about 6-7 years back. The student is now a teacher. He is always calling me. He is constantly appreciating, because on that day he wanted to give up, but I gave him hope. It's not just working at the university for me. It is actually touching people's lives. It is like a calling for me to be at this institution. It is so close to me and so emotional for me. You know, being able to see students come here, complete their studies on record time, under the circumstances that they come from the background that they come from, when they graduate, when they finally go up the stage. That, for me, I believe I can say I've accomplished what God has brought me in this world for. Yeah, the Northwest University is a place of miracles. I've seen students coming here doubting themselves, but coming out of their shells, being the best version of themselves, and growing so much confidence, feeling like they can conquer the world. My heart will definitely and always stay with Northwest University.
It all started literally with me in Nelspruit, where I had my mom. She was also alumnus of the Northwest University. She literally said, "You know what, John, I don't care what you're going to study, but you're going to study it at the Northwest University." So getting here, sitting there in the amphitheatre, I can literally remember the times when I first saw the SRCS, or Student Rad Community Service, videos, and I saw that that's a place where I can be myself and literally live out what and who I am. And that's what the Northwest University creates. It creates those kind of opportunities for you. Now, a few years later, the university approached me and asked me to help out for a year as their Green Campus coordinator in terms of the sustainability projects. Got involved in that, and it was in the marketing and student recruitment offices back then. So through that, I got involved in a bit of fundraising and in a bit of marketing activities, those kind of things. And now I'm sitting literally 12 years later, still at the Northwest University as the Director for Marketing and Student Recruitment. Now, taking all that, it literally speaks to the tagline of the university, where it says, "It all starts here," because it created amazing opportunities for me. And I can fully understand why my mom said back then, "I don't care what you study, as long as you study at the Northwest University."
Since I came to the Northwest University, I've grown so much in my career. I won 2 awards. I won the Faculty Award and I won the Community Engagement Award. It's just such an exciting feeling that I'm a student, I'm a lecturer, I'm a researcher, and all these things in one big ball of busyness, like this institution itself. I can just say when I'm sitting and writing my articles in the early hours of the morning when my children are sleeping, that's when I engage with my thinking, with my writing, and it's just beautiful for me to write. There's one video that I love, that I watch. I always put it on my status, the song of the university, and I share it with my family, and they actually tell me, "Giselle, you're so happy, you're so excited, you're living in a real exciting world." And they see that because I always take pictures at work, because I love the purple. I actually wrote a poem. I'm expressing myself how I feel about this institution. I am a future shaper. I am their motivator, carefully selected by the Creator, changing them to be greater. Hungry eyes are staring, exchanging discussions, oh so caring. My blood dyed purple. For I am your teacher, did not study to be a preacher. My fabulous, endless life cycle, molded before my first tricycle. My beautiful NWU world, my blood flows purple. Doing what I can in my little corner, as long as I'm not a mourner. Purple blood running, oh my how stunning. Silently I pray, I am here to stay, with a shade of grey. My blood calls purple. Northwest University, you are all I know. This busy world I will show. With your variety of races, their beautiful faces in all the right places, need to leave foottraces with a shade of grey. I am here to stay. No one will understand how much time you demand. My blood runs purple. At the end of the line, your light certainly shine. Purple blood. It's my fabulous life. Lecturing is my calling. Never see myself falling. Cross my heart and hope to die. Purple and grey is this blood of mine.
I have been with Northwest University for 21 years. I started at this institution as a student, but it was still called University of Northwest. What I have experienced as an employee of Northwest University are some of the big and small changes, but what stands out for me is the time, particularly the time where all campuses would be aligned. I had a group of students, first year students. This is one student who I met for the first time in the first week of class, and the following week she lost her mother, and she came to me and she really confided in me, and from that day I saw her, you know, the one thing that really changed my perspective is seeing the student thrive despite the loss of a parent. So that for me is one of the moments that it has been influential in my life. So I've also tried to adopt the same kind of spirit of winning and conquering despite the situation. Being a lecturer really exposes you to a lot of real life, because we have many students, hundreds of students who are living real lives. But because we see them for an hour 30 minutes in a protected environment, we just think they are okay, but behind the scenes, you know. And what I really am grateful for is that the university, the institution, has mechanisms for helping these students, because at the end of the day, we don't want students who just have a qualification, but we want students who know where to find help and they can heal. So, and really thrive as human beings beyond whatever happened to them. So that is my favorite part of the job.